Hello and welcome to Antigraviator. Now that title is a mix of anti-gravity and aviate together, so hopefully I'm saying that correctly. But what is this game, you're asking? Well, it's basically Wipeout, but very pretty. And listen to that music. That is right up my street. Absolutely fantastic soundtrack to this game. Really good. And for a demo on Unity, it's probably the one of the best I've ever seen. So what is this game if you don't know what Wipeout is? Well, it's basically like Mario Kart, your typical racing game, where you go around the track, you pick up pickups, which give you like little boosts or weapons to attack other players and slow them down, and you eventually got to reach the end of the race in first place in order to win. It's quite simple. But we do have some customizations to our ship, which is very nice, and what separates it from Wipeout. So if I go to the hangar here, so I've already done a bit of customization on this ship because my previous recording failed to record, so I'm hoping it's going to do this time. But anyway, what do we have here? So we got our Grav, which is our ship. We have different designs which have different strengths and weaknesses, but we only have the first one unlocked because I think it's just because the demo doesn't have it unlocked, so we just have the Thunderbolt class. Then we have our wings, which we can change, that change our little stats there. So if I wanted more hull strength or shield duration, I could go with the base wings. If I wanted accelerated wings, it'll give me more accelerations, hull strength and shield duration. And if I wanted improved handling wings, which I have already, it gives me more handling, etc, etc. Then we got our trans, which is our transmission. So this sits underneath, so we got one here, which basically is your standard one, but it improves your pickup storage. Then we have one which is high speed, and we got one which increases handling, which I'm going to equip right there. Because more handling in the racing game is always more beneficial than high speed. That's what Mario Kart has taught me, and that's what happens in this game. And then last but not least, we have our plating. So plating is basically your armor, and the more armor you have, the more damage you can take. Now what we have over here in the central one is more handling, which is what I want. We've got an aerodynamic one, which increases your acceleration, and then we've got the basic standard one, which doesn't really do much, but I just want more handling. Now if I come over to this tab over here, we have our appearance. So we've got some skins we can unlock if you want a predefined ones, but I'm just going to go with the standard jet black one. If we come over to the primary side, we can then select our color for our little ship like so. They can't really see like the little pink on there, but I chose the blue. If I come over to dissolve, this is basically when you die or respawn, you'll dissolve with these little color patterns on there, which I've chosen pink. And then for the little edge there, as you can see all around the ship, we have a little edge, and I can change the color of that if I want, like so. It's very hard to notice when you're actually racing, so it's only there really for you to look on your actual login screen. But as for that, we go back to our main screen where we see our lovely ship. It all folds in together, all nice like. It's very neat, very sci-fi like. I absolutely love how it just all folds together. But now we can go to a quick race and try out the game. So what we have here is our race track selection. So we've got urban, desert, arctic, space, island, and the practice race, which is the tutorial. Now on here we have a lot of different options on here, but they're all locked because it's a demo and you can't actually unlock them, but it is all very nice. So if I come back to the urban, let's go back to the first one, we got Drifter's Paradise, which is what we're going to do first. So in our race options, we have our race type. We can only select a single because there'll be more coming soon in the full release of the game. Number of laps, let's go for 2 laps here, and then we got the select the number of AIs. If this was the online version, you could select more players, and if this was a campaign, I think it's a predefined number of players you race against. So I'm going to go with 4 because that worked out well for me in the actual previous version when I tested this game out. So let's get started, shall we? So when you load in for the first time, you get a little cinematic view of the track to show you all the little obstacle courses if you're new to it. It's very much like Ratchet and Clank when you enter a new city, and it gives you like a little overview of what's going on, perhaps showing you little secrets everywhere. So it's all nice, but we don't need to see this. Let's get into a race. So in 3, 2, and 1, off we go. So we're racing against the AI here. Now the first thing you're going to notice is there's no HUD. Everything you need to know is on the back of your ship. So you can see there I'm in 2nd place, I have 3 pickups, and I just crashed into something which did a lot of damage to myself. So on the right hand side of the ship you can see that I'm on 1 of 2, which is telling me my laps, and then below that is my total speed. And what you're seeing in the background every time it says trap available is a different trap that I can launch off, which will damage other people at certain areas. In the tutorial zone there was a trap which released boulders coming down, but unfortunately that did more damage to me than the other players. That was a trap there that I just hit into, which was little blocks. But as for the controls itself, so we're using WSAND for the controls, pressing space looks behind us, and using the arrow keys is for doing rolls, for dropping traps, and for boosting. I got very confused during the tutorial because I thought the mouse was going to be used, but unfortunately it is not. It's more recommended that you use a controller with this game because then you get the vibration and the feedback from that, and it feels a lot better with the controller, but unfortunately I don't have mine on hand to actually play. Now, I'm not very good at these racing games. I always crash into the sides, but I always somehow do quite well, but not against these AIs. The medium AIs in this game are very harsh to you. They're very, very well done. Maybe a little bit too much, because if you have the easy AI, they just seem to just be a bit brain dead, really. I think there's hard AI in this game as well, but, oh, I died. And there's a respawn so you can see the little colour pattern. I think there is hard AI, but I don't want to go up against them, because they'll be probably too insane for me. But it's still very nice, isn't it? It's a very pretty game, and the fact that it's made with Unity makes it even better, because you don't see many unique Unity games that aren't basically just asset flips thrown on the Steam store. I mean, there's been a few really good games, such as the Digimon Cyber Sleuth games. I think Ukulele was also done in Unity, etc. like that. So there are a few really good games, but it's not often you see on Game Jolt a good Unity game like so. So that's the race. I did absolutely poor there. I came in last place. My fastest lap was 1 minute and 4 seconds. And I got very few pickups. I got very few attacks, very few traps, and 1 death. And my total time was 2 minutes and 11 seconds. So now I can go back to the new race here and hopefully select a new one where I'll do a little bit better. So overall, it's a very nice game. It's a very pretty game, but it's very, very hard on the system itself. So what I'm talking about that is with my 1050 Ti, my i5 3330, the game chugs a lot on very high settings. Most of the settings involve shadows, which is where the prettiness comes in. So if you have a fairly weak system, this game is going to be a bit of a problem for you, because at the moment there's not many options for you to choose. So here we are, we're on the desert map now. I've included a lot more people onto the list, so that usually means that the frame rate is going to tank quite a lot. So I'm just going to use my boost here to try and get ahead of the group. I'm in 6th place, which I think is last because I think I only added in 6 players, which is kind of a shame really. So I'm just going to boost myself as much as possible. We're now in 5th place, which is great. I do keep hitting into the sides, which isn't that good because I'll probably kill myself. No, get back here, Bill. I want to get ahead of you. God damn it. Trap warning. Oh god, trap warning. Oh god. Oh no, it's like the inky thing from Mario Kart. The inky splash. I didn't even see that. When I was doing practice runs beforehand, all I ever saw was the boulder trap and the missiles. Okay, so there looked like there was a shortcut there, so it does have shortcuts in there, which is quite nice. One thing I will say is slowing down is kind of awkward because you have to press back or the S button on your keyboard, which isn't too good. Because it means you have to let go of acceleration. Let go of acceleration in a racing game is never a good idea in my opinion. You just hold forwards and hope for the best. But yeah, it's a very pretty game, isn't it? No, you may not go ahead of me. There we go, I just launched a trap there, and hopefully those missiles are going to do something. There's a trap warning on me, which means there's something about to come hit me in the backside. There goes a missile, hopefully they're not going to hit me. Right, so I'm still battling this guy. I'm in 5th place, which is great. That means there is someone right behind me, but that also means there's someone right behind me who can throw traps at me. Now, I wish this person would stop getting in my way. Damn it, get out of my way. There we go. So if I just launch a trap there, I don't think I had a trap even. But got a nice load of pickups. The more pickups you get, the more you can boost, which is why you want to try and get as many pickups as possible. Stop your enemies from picking them up as well. So there's a trap warning, so someone launched a trap. I'm now back in 5th place, which means there's probably going to be someone coming right up behind me in just a second. I'm going to go up this way because this way looks fun. I think this is the way that I actually got in 1st place in my little testing run. So someone is right behind me. I missed the boost pad. Let's keep going round and round. I'm now in 4th place. Oh god, I see the missile. I see the missile coming in. Hopefully I can escape this guy. Hopefully my little car can recover because I was scraping along that side quite a lot there. I'm now in 1st place. That shortcut seemed a little bit overpowered. Let's just go around here. No, you may not go ahead of me. Damn it, Vicky. God damn it. I'm now in 3rd place. I think the race is going to end because I only did 2 laps. If I did the shortcut on the 1st lap, I would have been a little bit better. So let's just boost there, boost again, and boost another time. Damn it, 2nd place. That's about as good as I can do. So it's quite a fun game. There's a lot of customization options to the game itself. You can't actually access them in the demo, but in the full game, I'm presuming they're going to have a lot more for you to do. I think there is a currency system going to be in place where you can actually purchase other upgrades. I'm not too sure about that, but It does look like there is like a little currency. So if I come back to main menu here, you can sort of see down here, there's like a little number. I'm not too sure what that is. It does look like there's going to be some type of a like secondary currency in there. So that might be how you buy your upgrades for your ships, but I don't know. It's a great demo. It's an absolutely fantastic demo, and I highly recommend you download it yourself. It's in the description below if you want to download it. I think it's also in Steam if you want to try it, but I'm not too sure about that. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll be back with another indie gameplay some point soon. Bye bye.